difficult to lose weight. You don't have to make them feel bad about it, doctor.
Because the leading cause of death in black women is heart disease.
But people don't
so it would be wrong
all the time, especially in a bowling alley. I was offended that you said she was not healthy.
You want her to stay unhealthy?
That's not necessarily unhealthy. You may be unhealthy.
Okay, I know you're a dentist and not a doctor.
Right.
We have the highest.
You don't think you said all this stuff?
Hold on, let Candy talk.
Your asses don't take saying.
Yeah, I'm seeing Dr. Jackie all over my For You page in regards to the comments she made about black women, and I just want to give my 2 cents. I chose Dr. Jackie because, she's in the Atlanta area. She was a black female doctor, and knowing, the high mortality rate with black women during childbirth, I wanted to feel protected, so I wanted a black doctor. But honestly, this was the most traumatic birthing experience I could have possibly thought I would have went through. The day I turned 38 weeks, Dr. Jackie decided to induce me because they thought my baby had a low birth weight, meaning they thought he only weighed 5 pounds. I went to the hospital that day not knowing that I was going to be spending the next 3 days in labor in excruciating pain. And not only was it painful for me, it was painful for my child because his heart rate was going up and down, up and down, up and down, with them trying to exhaust every option they could to get him out of me. So when all their methods failed, they ended up telling me that I had to have an emergency C-section because his heart rate had got too low. And y'all, when I tell y'all I was bawling from the moment they told me to the moment they put me on a table, crying, couldn't talk, I couldn't even open my mouth. After that was all said and done, weighed him, he ended up being 6 pounds, 8 ounces, meaning he didn't have a low birth weight and he could have stayed in me until he was ready to come out. Mind you, in those 3 days, I didn't see Dr. Jackie one time. Not one time did I see her. And I had my baby during COVID, so it was only one person allowed in the delivery room, me and my mom, and I was scared out of my mind, okay? Scared. And then my baby, now he has developmental delays, and I don't know if I should associate that with them inducing me because personally, I feel like if they let him cook a little bit longer, he would have been fine. But who am I to say that's correlated? But that's just my story, and I'm sticking to it, and I will not.
Harris, they talked about Medicaid patients and how we need to advocate for them. And Jackie agreed with that and gave the impression that that's the community she serves, when in fact,
no,
that's not true.
No, it's not. And I don't think that is the person that we need or want representing that patient population. My sister almost died in childbirth. She dealt with the exact same thing. She said to her doctor, I feel a certain kind of way. I think she may have had toxemia or, and it just, her doctor didn't listen and she almost died. So we have to listen. I think that it's horrid for her to plant that kind of seed about Black women when we are already fighting so many stereotypes and preconceived notions. But I think it's great that she's telling you what she really thinks. I think it's great that we've seen what she thinks about Black women and Black, and think that we're crying wolf. And I think that we just have to take a step back, and when people show you who they are, believe them. So I hate that she's made those comments, but I saw who she was when she compared me to herpes, and she's an OBGYN and treat people with venereal diseases daily, So I was one of the victims of her spewed hate, and people kind of swept it under the rug because it was Dr. Jackie, and we got to stop doing that with people.
It's a lack of intelligence. When you don't sit and process sometimes what I'm trying to say and always make it bad.
And let me say, and it's very condescending sometimes when you don't listen, and you do all women a disservice when you imply that any one of these successful women are being manipulated.
Some of them, like my mama could say, it's nothing worse than the educated fool.
Oh, you have this body language that is such a turnoff. You rolling your neck and your body language and your undertones. That is the one thing that just irks me.
And your way you
about
speak to people,
is
Jackie.
your body
You may
language
not yell.
and that undertone.
But I'm not surprised with any of the things that's going on with the controversy with Jackie, because she's shown that since season 1. We've seen how she treated obese ladies, and we've seen how she's judged a lot of women. I mean,
Yeah.
we
Yeah, you
give
can't.
her grace because